Hello, hello, coaches. How are you this morning? Again, I am trying some new things here to try to um, get some better videos, and I'm doing horizontal view because I know that for like YouTube, they really suggest that you do horizontal. So I'm trying out some new things. I'm a few minutes late because I was on YouTube trying to actually live stream into this group from there. So anything I can learn, I can then teach you guys. So that's kind of why I do what I do. So I'm glad you are here with me. We have a lot of new members coming in, and I'm really excited about that. And so I've been looking at, because I've asked the question, what topics would you like to learn in this group? And so I really want to take some of that information from what you guys have put in and actually help you with that. And so I was just quickly looking at it before I have to organize some of that. Again, life is getting away. I'm working on so many projects at this time. And so I am putting that all into place. Going to be helping you guys out as much as I can. So keep sending me your topics. But a lot of you guys want to know how to figure out your ideal client. Where to start is like one of the biggest things. How do you start coaching with confidence, and what business strategies that do you use? All of those things. What I recommend you guys do is, because as coaches, as women, as creative entrepreneurs that we're going to be and that we are, we need to get everything that's in here out of our head, because when we do that, it's going to get so much clearer for us as to where we want to start, who we want to work with, how we want to set our prices, what is our expertise, and where are we going to put that into our business. Because your life, it's been a learning experience. It makes you a PhD in life, right? You have a PhD in your life, and everything that you've been through in your life gives you the expertise to put into your coaching program. So where I suggest you start is go into Google Drive, right? If you don't know how to do that, put it down below. Let me know. I will make sure I do something that shows you how to set up a Google Drive. It's not hard, it's very easy. And the reason I love Google Drive is because you can access that anywhere, anytime, on any phone, on any computer, as long as you have your login. And that's powerful, because I can remember one time being out shopping around or something, and my phone went off that said, "Oh, your client is going to be ready in like such and such a time." I was like, oh my God. I was able to bring up my program that I had set up in Google Drive and actually start coaching right away without having to rush home, without having to worry about it. If you have everything there, you're going to be key, and it's going to be key. And that, for one, is going to give you more confidence. It's going to have you set up so that you know what you're going to coach when you're going to coach it. So open up Google Drive, actually. And if you guys have a really hard time, I wanted to make sure I got on time, but I can always do a Zoom into the group and actually screen share some with you. So let me know about that as well, or I'll do a video and show you that and put it in the group. But open up Google Drive. It's going to come onto your Google Drive. You're going to create a folder. So up in the top left-hand corner, or on the left-hand side, you're going to see all these things you can do. It'll say new. You open that up, you create a folder, call it whatever you want. Call it your coaching program, right? Make it stand out that that is your coaching program. Then you're going to double click in that, and it'll open up, and there'll be nothing there. You're going to go back up to the new, and from there, create a couple of more folders inside the folder. So a subfolder. Name it nutrition, mindset, recipes, handouts, IIN handouts, name it, all different things. And then you're going to actually open one of those up, right? So say it's nutrition. You're going to open that up, and then you're going to go, it's going to be blank again, and you're going to go to new, and you're actually going to create a document. So it'll show you exactly what to do. When you open up new, it'll open up a list of things. You just go down to Google Doc and create new, and you're going to start brain dumping all of what's in here on paper. That literally is the first thing that you should do, because it's going to really, really help you to kind of release all this stuff that we're thinking about, because it's overwhelming and it causes us to procrastinate because we don't know what to do with it. It's just all here, and it's like, oh, I got to do this, and I have this idea, and I have this idea, and it just is like, stop doing that and put it on paper, get it out of your head. Reason I like doing that in Google Drive and or on your computer, right? But I love Google Drive because of the access, and you can do so much with it. But it allows you to just calm the nervous system. It allows you to see all these ideas that you have on nutrition topics that you can teach. And then from there, you're going to do different things, right? But I want you to just start there, because you will feel such a sense of relief, and it'll start releasing that procrastination and helping you start taking action, right? This is an action step. It'll start moving the needle forward in your business, right? And if you can do that in all of this, so maybe I have coaches that are very well versed in sleep, right? And gut health, hormonal health, yoga, Reiki, all of these things. Just open up either a new folder or a new document and put all those things that are going through your head. Because guess what, guys? When you want to know where to start, you can't start and market to all of those things. You can't. It'll get people saying, well, oh my God, she just knows a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Why would I hire her as a coach? Right? If I have 3 main goals I want to work on, but if she's going to be all over the place, that just makes my overwhelm more overwhelming. And so when you go to market yourself, and when you go to put yourself out there and create your program and start marketing to your ideal client, you can't use all the modalities that you know and that you're good at. You have to hone in on a couple of things that you can be excellent at. The other things that you're good at, you're going to use in your coaching, but you are not going to market it. You are not going to, put all those things in your program, because that would just overwhelm. That's where, and the coaches always say, well, in school they they told me that we should let the client lead. Yes and no. You have to identify yourself in a certain niche if you want to get a lot of clients, right? You have to identify yourself and bring clarity and expertise and let people know that yes, you can help them in this 1-2 areas, right? So it doesn't mean that you won't use all those things. You're just not going to show it up front. When you get clients in front of you and you start going through your specific roadmap for them, right? Because you're going to create a client journey for each client, a success path, right? And those are the clients that you're going to attract. You're not going to attract somebody that doesn't fit into this thing, because here's where your expertise lies. But it doesn't mean that when you have clients sitting in front of you, whether they're in person or digitally on Zoom, that you are not going to come across a time where they need 1, 2, or 3 of your other modalities that you have sitting on the side. This is where you get to individualize and let the client lead. You might be talking about their weight loss or their hormone things that are going on in their life, right? Maybe they're having a stressful time and they haven't slept for days. Maybe you're working with moms that are so stressed out because they can't get organized and they feel defeated and they feel overwhelmed, and they start breaking down in front of you in the session. That's where whatever your program is, that's where it just gets put aside and you start listening in on them and you are all in on their conversation. This is when you get to actually individualize that session in their coaching for them. It may lead you from that point on to do 2, 3, 4 sessions on whatever is happening in that moment. So, whatever your normal program is, it might get put aside for this particular person, right? If you can help them manage what they are doing in that moment and what is happening in that moment, and you can help them figure out solutions or talk them through it so they actually figure out the solutions themselves, then you're coaching, you've done so much more than you could ever do for somebody. But you have to start somewhere. And this is where coaches get stuck, right? This is where you all get stuck. You have to start somewhere. And so, at least if you can first organize the thoughts that are in here by putting them down on paper. And again, the reason I like putting it on the computer is because you can copy and paste things that don't need to be on this initial document that you made into another document. Like you might be just you did a brain dump so good that you're like, whew, feel relieved and look at all this stuff. But then, leave it for a couple days and keep coming back to it, and you're going to be like, oh my God, what did I write? There's so much stuff here. I can't, possibly do all this. I would be burnt out and overwhelmed, and so wouldn't your client. So that's when you start really detailing, some of the topics that you've written in there, and you can just copy paste into another document, and then you start getting more clarity, and then you start getting you start seeing where's your expertise, and you'll start seeing certain things show up in a category that you just either love, you feel passionate about, maybe you have the knowledge about, and maybe you don't have the knowledge about, but you just love that subject. Then you're going to turn around and you're going to go get knowledge. And by that, I don't mean go get another whole year of a course that you need to take. You don't need to do that. What you need to do is just research that particular area that you feel very passionate about, that you'd like to have more resources. Right? So you're going to have this Google folder that's for coaching. Inside that, you're going to have other folders that kind of are the main topics of what you want in your coaching program, right? And again, upload or download all the IIN handouts they gave you, and then upload that folder to Google Drive. And you can see if you're in a folder, say you're in the IIN handouts, right? And there's nothing in there. All you have to do is make sure that folder's open, go onto that left side, create new, and it'll say upload a file or upload a folder. You can upload a whole entire folder from your computer to Google Drive. This way, and maybe there are all the IINs, and if you have to do it individually, do it individually. But say you're out and about on a Saturday and you have clients and they call you in a panic and they're like, blah, 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 stuck on something. You can think about a handout that you can give them from IIN, go into your Google Drive and share it with them right on the moment. And you could do that with anything that's in Google Drive. So if depending on where your area of expertise is, maybe it's emotional wellness for some people and they're having a hard time, and you have a whole bunch of documents in Google Drive. You can go in there and share something with them right away. So there's so many benefits to Google Drive. Initially on Google Drive, if you don't know this, you get so much storage for free. And it's a lot. Believe me, it's a lot. And once you run out of storage, it's going to want you to upgrade. But the upgrade, the first one I think I did, it was 99 cents a month. The second one I did, and this is through, I don't know, 8 years, 9 years of coaching and using Google Drive. I think I pay $2.99 a month but my storage is probably going to last me for the next, I don't know, 8 years or so, because because it's the whole next level. So it's I think easier, better than having Dropbox. It you know will help with anything in any way, and you can store so much there, and you can organize it in a way that's easy for you to get to your coaching clients, and to your coaching program. I have, as we go on, I will show you how to put all of your coaching program in there and have a rinse and repeat business that will, help you to do all of that. So I hope this was helpful. Comment below if it was, but really, honestly, this is the first place to start. Get the stuff out of your head, get rid of the mental overwhelm, the emotional overwhelm. Start to get organized. And this is where these are the systems and strategies that most coaches and entrepreneurs don't put in place. I worked with another coach, a business person, and she was also in doTERRA with me, and she was starting to build her coaching business. She just did not want to put these systems in place. We initially put some of them in. She didn't want to continue, and throughout our coaching for a while, she was just always frantic. She was always, I can't find anything. I'm overwhelmed. Where is it? I can't find it. It's here. It's there. I don't know what to do. I honestly had to stop coaching with her because it just was, putting so much of her stress on me. And that's not what you want during your coaching. It's not. And you'll learn as you go through this and start coaching that there are going to be clients that you're not going to want to take on. And you're going to know that. You're going to know the signs and symptoms when they show up. So this is all just part of learning how to be a coach, learning how to put systems and strategies, learning how to be a leader, learning all of these things. Get your systems and strategies in place, because it is going to save you so much stress, so much overwhelm, and you'll just be able to now concentrate on your coaching and the clients that you want to bring in. And you'll start seeing your areas of expertise. That's another thing I want you to start thinking about, and I'll go over that maybe another time. I'm going to try to organize the things that you want to, the topics you want to learn in this group, and so I can have a better outline for you guys. But I hope this was helpful. If it was, please comment below, put an emoji, put a thumbs up, put something so that I know. And then you can also add any other things that you want to learn about. But this is going to be a big one for you. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.